Yeah. Whoa. I speak. We change lives, Jesus. I speak.
Welcome to the TP Masterclass. On behalf of Cliff Cheqona and the entire TP family, we're honored to have you here. You didn't just join a live session. You stepped into a transformational experience designed to help you master your mind, align your emotions, and trade with clarity and conviction. We'll be starting shortly. In the meantime, settle in and prepare your notepad. Like the stream, subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, invite someone who needs this. Because around here, we don't just trade, we transform. Let's get started soon.
I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. I speak life, I speak spirit. We change lives, Jesus did it. Step into my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. I'm stepping to my Monday. We change lives, Jesus did it.
What TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
Hello, TP family. Hi, everyone. Good evening. How's everyone doing? I hope majority of you are fine and well. How was everyone's week? Nelson says good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are, TP family. Sure, that's right, Nelson. As most of you already know, my name is Tenzin Shells, and I am greeting all of you. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's week? How's everyone's weekend going so far? Are you relaxing? Are you studying? Are you reflecting? What exactly have you been up to this Saturday? Are you shopping? You know, that's just something most people do during Saturday. But as most of you already know, my name is Tennessee Shells, and if you are tuning in from Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, hello, welcome to another TP Masterclass, our 52th episode. And I'm so glad for everyone to be here. And I hope everyone is doing very, very well. And if you're tuning in from Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, Kenya, Uganda, UK, US, hi everyone, welcome to another TP Masterclass, Saturday evening, 6 p.m. UK time. Okay, and if you are watching the replay of this TP Masterclass, make sure you are putting replay in the comment section below so that I will know that you are watching from the beginning to the end. Okay, so make sure you are putting in replay when you are watching back this TP Masterclass. And if this is your first time joining the TP Masterclass, I want to say a big welcome. And I would like for most, if you are a first time, drop first time in the chat so that we can welcome you properly, as this is not just a class, this is family, and we are so glad that you found us. So if this is your first time, make sure that you're putting first time in the live chat so that I can give you a shout out. And thank you so much for joining us. And because you're also new here, you are probably going to wonder, where do you begin your journey? So we have created, we have created a playlist for you on the YouTube channel, on the Cheqona YouTube channel, where you can go and click into the playlist, and you should find a video called What is Really Trading Psychology. That video will be your foundation to what we do here, mainly on the TP Masterclass, and what to expect from us, because we don't just talk about charts, we talk about so much more that has to do with trading. And another thing that we have been very consistent with is from Monday to Friday, we post what we call the TP declaration. And it's just a picture with few powerful words on it. We used to post it on our community tab on YouTube, but then we moved it to the cheqona.com website, where we post it every 6 p.m. UK time for new TP declaration. So every time you go on the website, you should find it there, and then make sure to read it out loud. Speak it over your day and let it enter your system, because before you enter the market, you need to enter with the right mindset. And this TP declaration will really, truly help you for you to align yourself with the market before you start trading for the day. And I want to bring your attention to something right now. Make sure wherever you are, your environment, to make sure that you are removing every distraction. You are grabbing your notebook and your journal so that you can take notes from this TP Masterclass that we are about to have. Make sure you're not just watching us. Make sure you are participating. When Cliff or anyone else asks a question, make sure that you're putting answers in the live chat. Make sure you are asking questions. Make sure if you don't understand something, make sure that you are actually, putting the question in the live chat, because today's session is actually Q&A session that we are also about to have. So make sure that you're paying attention, and if you have any questions that you would also like to ask, put in the live chat, okay? And one quick reminder that I want to tell everyone is that this space is built for healing, clarity, and truth. And if anyone in the comments is not respecting each other, trolling and spamming or distracting others, we will quietly remove you from the stream. It's not anything personal, it's just the atmosphere that we are built here. We need to protect that and protect the others that are here on a serious business. Okay, so I'm not gonna talk too much. If this is your first time, welcome, big welcome to you, and thank you for joining us today. And make sure to stay tuned for more, because we have so much coming up today. Thank you, everyone.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading. It's a mind game. You
TP Masterclass really is. TP Masterclass is a transformation masterclass that happens every Saturday. It is designed to reshape the way you think, the way you respond, and the way you perform, not just in trading, but in any industry where your mind plays a major role. Even though anyone can benefit from it, the majority of people you'll find here are traders. Why? Because trading is one of the few fields where your mindset, your emotions, and your discipline are tested every single day. Every session blends psychological lessons that help you understand your thinking and your behavior, spiritual lessons that strengthen your inner conviction and identity, practical lessons that give you structure and direction in real life. TP Masterclass exists because most people don't fail due to lack of skill. They fail because their mindset is not prepared for the level they are trying to reach. This masterclass equips you with the mental strength, emotional stability, and clarity needed to perform at a high level, whether you are a trader, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to grow in life.
It's a mind game. You heard me. Trading is a mind game. Fix your mind, fix your trading. Fix your mind, fix your trading.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. If you can hear me loud and clear, can you drop some number ones in the chat for me? Can I just say, can I talk to people in the comment section for a bit before we go into today's lesson? Okay. Wanted to switch in between this one a little bit. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. So today we are going to finish our identity series. This is the last part. Today also as well, we do have a Q&A session. I was contemplating whether we should do the Q&A first or we should do it after the identity series, and then we'll do it after so that we can have room to consume today's episode very well. But before we go on, have you guys been learning? If you have been following the series for a while now, I'm sure you have been learning. If you have been learning, please, what have you been learning? What has been the information that you have received into your heart concerning this journey? I want to start by saying something. I know that sometimes some people are new or they are joining us for the very first time. And, I know that there is already a video that I played about telling you what the masterclass is really all about. But I also want to do the honest by explaining something a little bit. Okay, so stay with me, please. If you know somebody who is supposed to be here on the stream, kindly tell them that we are live. Okay, now I want to tell you something. So, yes, Trading Psychology Masterclass is a masterclass that I am talking to high performers, especially in the retail trading space. But the goal of my information, the goal of my teaching is to help you to know who you are as an individual so that you will know how you perform under pressure. So that means every single thing we talk about, there is a core goal to connect to your identity. Now, many people may be asking, there are several things we've talked about, several topics we've had. This is our 52nd episode. And we've talked about a lot of things. And maybe if you join us on the 52nd, you'll be like, okay, why are they talking about identity if we are traders? Well, I'll tell you something. I always tell people this, that the average you right now, it doesn't matter whether trading or whatever, you are everything opposite to who a trader is meant to be. And there is an analogy I always use to explain this better. And that is, Imagine somebody coming to me saying, Cliff, I want to be a soldier. And I tell the person, okay, we are going to become, you're going to become part of this, soldier group. If you give the person guns, ammunitions, or whatever, you don't necessarily become a soldier. Is that true? The reason being is because, the individual, you are everything opposite to who the trader is meant to be. Why? Because of the way you grew up. Trading is a place of uncertainty because of the way you grew up. You may not like risk, but you want to take risk. Now, all these things may not show up in your conscious mind. They may show up in your subconscious without you even realizing it. There is something I'm sensing in my spirit, and I want to do it before we go on. So give me a second. I want to share my screen, and then we do this quickly. So I'm going to share my screen, and I want to bring this up. Let's read this together. I want to do something quickly with you guys today. Give me a second. This is not for any means of any promotion or whatever, but I just had a feeling in my heart I should do this. So this is the introduction from my book, You Are Not a Trader Yet. And I want you to understand something. Watch this. The same knife we use to cook is the same knife someone can use to hurt somebody. The knife isn't the issue. It's the hand holding it. What is the it here? The knife. Trading works the same way. That means you can give someone the best strategy in the world and they won't still get the same results as the person who created it. Who created what? The strategy? Not necessarily the edge, the understanding, the conviction towards the advantage the individual has over the market. The strategy isn't broken. The same way the knife isn't broken. The same way the ammunitions, the guns you are giving to the civilian is not broken, but it doesn't necessarily mean because they have a gun, they have become soldiers. The mindset behind it is. Studies have shown that almost 80 to 90% of traders, not trader, the person that you are desiring to become, the civilian saying they are traders, they lose money. And it's not because they lack tools. Most of them are using the same charts, the same indicators, the same information. What separates the few who succeed from the many who don't is how they think and how they react when the money is on the line. I'm going to repeat that line again. How they think, how you think, and how you react when money is on the line is the issue. How you think and how you react when money is on the line is the issue. By this time, with the identity series we are making, I'm pretty much sure you understand this already. When we say how you think and when money is on the line and how you react, it means we are talking about something here. It means whenever you are under pressure, the way you react and the way you think is the issue. Now, based on the series we are making, now you know that by the definition of what I just said, we are talking about your identity. Now, a mind driven by fear, greed, ego, or the need for control will twist any plan. Did you hear that? A mind driven by fear, greed, ego, or the need for control will twist any plan. Under stress, your brain floods your body with stress hormones. You may have heard me say this before, that the emotions you feel, they are not just vague thinking. They are biochemical reactions. That is the definition of emotions. Emotions are biochemical reaction. So the same way if you take a medication and you take the medication and you swallow it, you don't talk over the medication and say, when you go into my body, please fix the pain. The medication know what to do in your body because of what we call mechanism of action. It knows what to do. So when you take paracetamol, when you take Panadol, the Panadol knows what to do in your body. The same way, if you are angry, if you are stressed, cortisols in your body, it knows what to do. It will make you react stressful way. Are you with me? So Your biology reacts faster than your logic. It's like handing a scalpel to someone whose hands are shaking. The tool is fine, the hand isn't ready. So many traders try, or let me just say, many civilians try to execute precision with restless mindsets. They expect professional results with an untrained psychology. Now, when I say an untrained psychology, what we are basically saying is that your emotions, your behavior, and your mindset that you are not aware of. So when we say we are training you psychologically, we are basically saying we want you to become aware of the things that can sabotage you. Are you with me? So when performance slips, they blame the system. They here means the trader who is not yet the trader yet. They blame the system. They look for new mentors. There are many people here, they are always looking for new mentors, looking for new ways. I remember I was having a conversation with Ike, my brother, Ike the greatest. And he goes like, we're chit-chatting about, back in the days when we all started this industry. And he said, I remember, Cliff, back then I always thought if the problem come around, I am blaming something else to the point where sometimes I will even buy a new screen, like a new, desktop or whatever, just because I think if I change the screen, it will change my results. And we're just laughing. We all did it too. We have all done crazy stuff. But then changing new mentor or jumping from one strategy or setup to the other, the pattern repeats because the real issue sits in the mind using the system. This is a psychology problem. Tools only perform as well as the user state. Systems only work when the person can follow them. Under pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, under pressure. I'm going to pause here for a second. I want you to keep that word, that simple sentence in mind. Under pressure. This is the only reason why we started this series. No problem. There are many people here that when everything is calm, you are fine. When you are stressed, your behavior shows. When you are not getting what you want, your behavior shows. Are you with me? So it is very important that you understand that when you come here, even though we are traders, even though we are in a very high performance business, some of you guys are not only just traders, you are married men, you are married women. Some of you guys are entrepreneurs. Some of you guys do other things. You do 9 to 5. There are several things you do. Some of you guys are footballers. There are so many different things, content creators, whatever, digital e-commerce person. All these things, it can only get better to the extent of how your mindset aligns with your decisions when you are under pressure. And that is why we started this series. And that is why we are doing this masterclass every single week, 6 p.m. UK time. And so, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going on our finale of our masterclass. And I titled today's topic, Identity Reconstruction. Before we talk about that, or you can call it identity restructuring. I like that more. Identity restructuring. Reconstruction. Reconstructing. Restructuring is better for me. I can find more understanding from that end. Let's see it from this angle. So we started this series in episode 1. We spoke about what identity really is. And we said identity is the way you behave when you are under pressure. Automatically, that tells us it's not either negative or positive. Is that true? By the definition of this already, we know it is not about being. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, if my video freezes today, permit me. As I said, don't worry. If the video is frozen and you can hear me, it's okay. Okay, guys? Because I can't really always be coming back and forth. So don't worry about it. If my video is frozen, just focus on the voice till it comes back. I don't know what is wrong with StreamYard these days. But if you guys, let's come back. I want the atmosphere to be very well in tune. Okay, so let's come back. I want you to, wherever you are right now, I want you to breathe. And I want you to just stay focused. Okay, stay focused. If you see me, great. If you don't, focus on my voice. So we started the identity part 1. It's a 5-part series. Today is part 5. Part 1, we spoke about what identity really is. Because many people have heard, what is identity? What is identity? So we broke it down and said the way you act and the way you behave when you are under pressure is identity. Is that true? The way you behave when you are under pressure is the way we defined identity. Do you understand? That means you can pick two people and they are all basically wondering what is going on, what is going on, what is going on. And they are both going to act differently depending on who they believe they are. Are you guys with me? Okay. So that is the way we defined identity in the beginning, that identity is the way you behave when you are under pressure. All right, guys? Perfect. And then we spoke about the idea that identity is not bad or good. I'm going to summarize all the part 1 to part 4 together. So identity is not either bad or good. Identity is just who you are based on how you grew up, based on how you were surviving in the past. So you will find an individual. I gave you guys multiple examples, like myself. I had no business becoming a trader because I had no lineage connected to trading. I had no person, my uncle, whatever. They were business people, but they were not financial market traders. So that brought me to an example that people will ask, Cliff, then why then is it that we are always struggling? Well, I gave you guys the reason. The reason is because the era we are in is totally different from the era in the olden days. What do I mean by that? That if you look at the lives of Jim Simmons, the way Jim Simmons entered the market is not the same way you enter this market. You probably entered this market with so many social media, glamorous and whatever one know. They entered because they heard about a career that they thought it was worth pursuing. A career that was worth pursuing. Paul Tudor Jones, I use him as an example. Paul entered into this space by a family member introducing him to his mentor, Eli Twillis. And we said that Eli brought Paul Tudor Jones into the space by him being an apprentice, by an assistant to the department. They were sending him, go buy this, go do that. So Paul was an individual who saw every single thing. He saw the structures. He saw the order flow, the buying, the selling. He saw all of that. So Paul didn't necessarily have to pretend he was a trader. He saw traders. And I said during the olden days, if you blew money, you are automatically going to lose your career. So whether you like it or not, you have to be disciplined. Are you guys with me? So what that simply means is that the olden days, the era that they were in, it was not like they were disciplined. It was that the systems that was around them made it easy for them to be disciplined. Are you guys with me? But the era we are in right now, many people saw trading too quick. Probably by the time they were about to go into their university days, they saw trading. It is great, but everything you are going to study and the school you are going is everything opposite to who a trader is meant to become. So there is no environmental structures supporting you. So you may have heard me say this before, that the infrastructures in the financial market is not, it is not built for the average retail trader to make money. There is an individual who came to me a few weeks back, and he was like, he doesn't know why he's impulsive. He makes impulsive, decisions. And I was like, I hear you. And he was telling me about how, he really, really wanted to buy a prop firm account because it's on discount. And I said, Chief, the fact that you want to buy a prop firm account because it is on discount means you are being trained to become impulsive in the first place. But you see, these prop firm people, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care whether you make money or not. They genuinely don't care. Because you can't tell me you don't want an impulsive trader, yet you give discount and make people want to buy what you are offering now. There is a reason why you are giving, not because you want to help them. You want to make sales. You have sales tactics. You use psychological structures to sell. This is the same person that you want him to come into your firm and trade well. It doesn't make sense. But when you tell people like this, because some people, naturally benefit from all these firms and all of that, they don't want to admit the truth. And there is nothing wrong with you trading in the firm. It's just that you need to understand the system is part of the problem for retail traders also in this era. The adverts, the fast pace. Here's how you can become a millionaire faster. So I was telling the individual, I understand what you are saying. And I know that you want to solve your impulsive problem. But solving your impulsive problem will mean you will need to say no to certain things. You cannot quickly rush to get a prop account. By all means, now, even though you can't, and think you will make better decisions as a trader. It doesn't work like that. Why? I've said this before. Your trading life and your actual life, they mirror each other. They mirror each other. And so your identity, who you are as a person, the way you grew up, how you see money, how you see system and structures, how you see discipline, how you see consistency, they all come together to form a certain individual that will make decisions in your life. So there are many people right now, while you were like, oh my God, what can even help me to make money now? What can even help me to make money now? While you are thinking about that, your phone, whether they are listening or not, it will now pop up an ad and say, here is how you can make 6 figures, blah, blah, blah. All you have to do is to click on my Telegram channel and blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh God, I've answered my prayer. No, Chief, is the algorithm that has answered your prayer. Is the algorithm. So you need to be able to understand that all these things, there are many people who are in this industry that unfortunately who you came in as is everything opposite to the trader you are desiring to be because of your identity. But it doesn't end there. So I broke it down and made you understand that there is identity, which is like the container. Let's say if I pick up this is the container of the water in this bottle. The water in this bottle, the bottle is the container. That is your identity. Are you guys with me? So that means I can fake it and put something else in this container. But as long as this container is meant to reflect water, anything I put in here will give you a double-minded feeling that should I even buy this? And the answer, most importantly, will always mostly be no. Imagine you go to any restaurant and you tell the people, I want water. They bring it and it's black. The container is supposed to reflect something else. So the container must be right for the content to make sense. And the content in the container also must be right. So I explained something to you guys and I said, identity is where everything flows out of. Then it goes into your beliefs. Solomon, if you don't mind, if you can bring that thing up again, the whole structure thing, if it's ready, I'll really appreciate it. So the container is the identity. Then what supports the container is your beliefs. The belief system supports what you feel about you. Then from beliefs, you will go straight into your personality. Personality is like the PR of your life. It packages you for you to look good in front of people. So identity is who you believe you are. It's invincible. You can't see it, but you can't deny their existence. Your belief supports your identity to let it make sense. Your personality is how you express yourself, whether true or false. Your habit is what you repeat automatically. Then your behavior is what you do in moments. Then your resource is a slave to these stacks in your life. So you are asking me, Cliff, I don't know why I make money and I give it. I make money and I give it. The problem is not the money you are making and giving it. The roots is the problem. Are you guys with me? And so we understood this. If this is true, then there are some effects. There are some effects it can create. And one of the effects, we singled it out and we called it stagnation. So I am a Christian and I believe stagnation can sometimes be influenced by demon spirits. I believe that. But at the same time, stagnation is a signal. Let us talk about that too. Meaning stagnation is a signal. Every single time you feel like you are stagnant, it is not necessarily because you don't deserve to go to the next level. It's because there is something you don't know. There is a very beautiful Bible verse, a story about Jacob. He said, the Lord was here and I knew not. He was stagnant in life for many years. The Lord was here and I knew not. Not just because the Lord was here alone. He knew not was the problem. Not the Lord was there. God can be where you are in your life, but because you know not, you can still be stagnant. The solution can be in front of you, but people will see this masterclass and they will swipe it away because there is no Lamborghini in the thumbnail. So they will swipe it away and they will know not. And they'll be wondering, why is it that I make money and I give it back? You can go and look for the new strategy. In fact, you can trade the most volatile asset in this world. Life will still find a series of events, create a scenario in your life, take the resource away from you, and you will blame the resource going away. But it is your identity. So we picked up stagnation and we said stagnation is a signal that anytime you are stagnant in life, before you blame demons, before you blame your business partner, look at yourself and ask, what don't I know that is creating these problems? I knew not. Are you guys with me? So we picked up stagnation and we spoke about it. And then we now move on to a dimension where we're trying to understand if this is all true, then what then really is the reality, the fact we need to know? So I made you guys understand that identity, quote unquote, is structured in a way that it is not bad, neither it is good. It doesn't matter. Identity is structured to keep you safe. So if where I grew up, many people are always trying to bully people, and therefore I need to be strong, I need to be aggressive, that is going to be my identity because I need to be aggressive to survive. I'll give you guys an example. You can remove this from them and bring me back. Let me talk to them for a second. So watch this. How many of you guys have seen the movie Tarzan? How many of you guys have seen that cartoon or animation? Cartoon is different. Animation, Tarzan. Has anybody seen it before? Signal me in the comment section. Tarzan is a human being. Is that true? But Tarzan was born and looked after in the jungle. Now, because of the way Tarzan grew up, he acts in the movie and behave like an animal. He can jump. He is not afraid of anything. He has a very animalistic behavior. If you take Tarzan to the city, chances are excellent. Tarzan will say, I don't know. This is not me. I'm not supposed to be here. But is that true? Is that true that Tarzan is not supposed to be in the city? He's supposed to be in the city. He's a human being. He doesn't belong in the jungle. But because of the way he grew up, he walks like an animal. He even walks on his hand and his feet. Are you guys with me? But Tarzan is a human being, but identity is so powerful that who you feel you are, you will behave like it. So Tarzan will go into the city and he will say, no. I don't belong here. You belong there. But because the identity is misaligned with the city, Tarzan will fight that. He will behave differently. He will crack things. He will push away glasses. People will think he is crazy because his identity in the city is misaligned with who he thinks he is. Perfect example for identity. So identity is not bad or good. So what Tarzan needs to do is somebody will need to start reconstructing it and say, Tarzan, sit down. Sit down, sit down. You are a human being, but this is what happened to you. He will reject it one, he will reject it two, he will keep on rejecting until the day it convicts in his mind and he becomes aware and said, I am a human being. But he's not going to change because that awareness has come. Is that true? He will still go to a restaurant and he will make a mistake and he'll be like, oh my God, I'm a human being. By the way, he will be eating. Maybe he will use his tongue to lick the cup and everybody will look at him and say, oh shoot, I am in the city. So even though he has become aware that he is now a human being, does not mean automatically his identity will change. There must be a process he has to go through to become a human again, even though he is a human before. But he has to become a human again. Are you guys with me? Perfect example. So identity is not bad or good. It's the way you grew up, the way you have been wired. So I said this and I want us to declare this one more time again, wherever you are right now, that I am not bad. I am just wired. Because many people here, they are beating themselves too much. I'm addicted to this. I understand addiction is bad. I get it. I understand. The way sometimes people will say things to you is so sad, but you are not bad. It is the way you were wired. It only becomes toxic when you have become aware of it and you choose to still remain that individual. But I am telling you, you are not bad. You are just wired. Wherever you are right now, I want you to declare to yourself. Put your hand on your chest and say, I'm not bad. I am just wired. I am not bad. I am just wired. And I can rewire. I can rewire. The same way I was wired to become a certain individual. I can rewire this mindset. I can renew this mindset. I can renew this mindset. I can renew this mindset. Wherever you are right now, before we go into today's topic, I want you to declare to yourself that I am not bad. I am just wired. But I can rewire. First, because of knowledge. Secondly, because of the brain power to rewire. Science will call it neuroplasticity.
there is a possibility for your brain to take a new form. The Bible calls it by the renewal of your mind. Do not be conformed to this world. There is a way you grew up. You grew up aggressively, no problem. People say you will not go anywhere. They are lying. That old you, yes, may not go anywhere, but the new you is definitely going somewhere. You may not have come from a rich family, but the rich family will definitely come out of you. Not because you are just making vainglory statements, but because your mindset is about to be aligned with what $1 million looks like. I am not bad. I'm just wired, and I can rewire. I'm not bad. While you are saying it this time around, I want you to be smiling. Smile. Remember, I told you this, that emotions are biochemical reactions. If you start to release a smile into your body will start aligning and say, what he's saying, he believes it. I want you to tell yourself, it doesn't matter. Even if Gary is the only thing you have, you know that you don't have, that is why you are eating the Gary, but the Gary doesn't know. So you don't need to tell the Gary, I'm eating you because I'm broke. I'm eating you because, I'm not interested in caviar today. Tell yourself, I'm not bad. I'm just wired, and I can rewire. I can rewire. I am not bad. I'm just wired. I was wired by the school I went to, by the house I grew up in. It was not their fault. It was all that they knew. But I can rewire. There is a way I have believed the financial market to be, but there is more to that business. I thought skill set and strategy alone will save me, but I've realized that there is a participatory role from my end to behave in a certain way to get the results I'm looking for. I am not bad. I am just wired, and I can rewire. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the part 5 of today's episode. Identity restructuring. Identity restructuring. Are you guys ready? If you are ready to restructure your identity, drop some number ones in the chat. If you are ready, drop number ones in the chat. Okay, perfect. All right. Now that you understand, today we are going to be doing something very practical. And by the way, as I told you guys, right after this identity series, we are going to be taking our first official TP family exam. Are you guys excited about that? An exam. Don't worry. It's not about, if you pass well, of course, there will be celebration and you will get something, coming up. I just saw this right now. The media is always ready for every asset. I even forgot that interesting, guys. Thank you so much for always being excellent. Ready for the test coming up after episode 5. Yes, I said it. So if you are ready, those who will make proper marks, you will be awarded. You will be awarded. The purpose of the test is not to see who is brilliant, it's to see who the message has entered. Okay, good. Identity restructuring. Identity restructuring. Identity restructuring. Today, I want us to be very practical. So your book and the pen that you have, you're going to be using it a lot. Okay, you're going to be using it. So keep that in mind. Identity restructuring. Okay. I'm going to go straight into how you structure. So the way today I'm going to teach you guys, I'm not going to give you too many things. I'm going to give you a lot of examples, because a lot of people sometimes can't picture how reconstructing your identity will look like. So my goal is to give you examples. Okay. Just stay with me. What do you think the first stage is? I want to know if there is any TP family member here who is a core TP family member. I've taught you guys this. The first stage in anything in psychology is one thing. Solomon, can you look into the comment section and bring it up on the screen for me, please? I said the first stage when it comes to anything psychology is always the same. It is the first stage. It doesn't matter developmental psychology, clinical psychology. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Awareness. Awareness. Thank you. A very proud leader in this community. Thank you so much. You can now stop. Very, very, I'm getting goosebumps. Proper community. Awareness. If you want to transform anything regarding any transformation in this life, it's awareness. So, number one, awareness. I'm going to explain. What does that mean when I say awareness? Awareness is not I am broken. Awareness is not I need to change. Awareness is not I want better. Let me give you the definition. Awareness is, remember, here we take a lot of notes. So welcome to the community that we do. You know, every time you hear shells, guys, don't forget to take your book, your pen, your notepad, or whatever. Grab your coffee. She said that for a reason, and I hope you guys get it. Awareness. Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity scripts. Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity script that is currently running your beliefs and behavior. I'm going to repeat it again. Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity scripts that is currently running your beliefs and behavior. I want you to underline few things. I'm going to repeat it again and I'll tell you what to underline. Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity scripts. Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity scripts that is currently running your beliefs and behavior. Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity script that is currently running your beliefs and behavior. You know, guys, I know you can call me weird later, but somebody's life is changing. I don't know how I know. I just know that somebody's life is changing. I can feel it. You know, normally I don't pause the masterclass like this until there is a reason. I can feel it. Somebody's life is changing. Light is entering your mind. I will tell you guys one testimony before I go into this because I want you to hear what is happening to you. There is a gentleman who is a mentee of mine. He shared this testimony with me a few days ago. Please, I want you to listen to this story. I will not, if it was not important for you to hear this story, I won't say it. Believe me. A few days ago, he comes to me and we are talking. And he said, Mr. Cliff, something happened I want to share with you. I don't know if it was good or not, but so he shared with me. He lives in Europe. And I'm sure he'll be watching this masterclass, maybe following or after. He goes like in his church over there, in his church. Every time he goes to church, they are supposed to start. Let's follow this story now. It is not just a story. I'm sharing a testimony for you to understand what is going to be happening to you after this masterclass. I will not just say these things just to make you pumped. I'm telling you, something is happening to somebody. Your mindset, something is happening to it. Just listen. So this individual, he lives in Europe and he goes to church every Sunday, but apparently the church, they mostly go on, they are supposed to go around 10:30, but they go around 1 p.m. because they're around 12 p.m. and they are late. So they close around 3 p.m. But they are supposed to start around 10 a.m. and finish around 1 p.m. And he said that because of the transformation that is happening to him, the books he's reading, the conversation we are having, something in him didn't sit right. He was like, no, I can't go late and close late when we have already agreed to go at a certain time. So he said he would do something. He said he was not comfortable. So he said, I will go exactly 10:30 a.m. and leave at 1 p.m., whether the church has closed or not, because that is what we agreed on. Then he did that. And when he did that, the community, of course, were like, you were disrespectful, shouldn't have left, that was disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. They said whatever they want to say. But ladies and gentlemen, After back and forth conversation, and the guy expressed his reason, the church realized they were wrong. And they say, you know what he's saying is true. And now the church has agreed, including the pastor, that every single person should make sure they are there around 10:30 a.m. so that they can close at 1 p.m. on the dot. Now, many of you may not understand the testimony I'm sharing with you, that by a conversation and the information the gentleman is hearing, information has transformed, not just any information, a conviction has hit his mind. That is what transformation looks like. And when transformation hits you, it affects your surroundings to the point where this transformation has landed in his church. Now, if I would have told this guy, you are becoming, he would have been like, yeah, how am I becoming? This is how you know you are becoming, by the level of how your environment start transforming with the information you are getting. And you guys, for me, this is very powerful testimony. It gave me goosebumps. So when I say awareness is becoming conscious of the identity script, I saw that the banner was there. Can you bring it up again for me, Solomon? So becoming conscious of the identity script that is currently running your beliefs and your behavior. I want you to underline a few things for me. Number one, conscious. Number two, identity script. Underline those things. Number one, underline conscious for me. Number two, identity script. That is currently running your beliefs and your behavior. And underline beliefs and underline behavior. I want you to bring the form, the folder again for me, the identity structure for me again. Thank you. What did I say? Identity, which is this one. Identity, watch there. In order for you to reconstruct it, the first stage or the first process is awareness. Okay? Okay. And I said, what is awareness in this concept of identity reconstruction? Awareness is becoming conscious of the identity scripts. What is the scripts? Can somebody put it in the comment for me? What is the scripts? What is the script? Who I believe I am is the script, whatever it may be. That is the script. So identity scripts, that is the script. That is currently running two things, beliefs and behavior. That is currently running what you think is true and what you do in moments. In other words, that awareness is what I'm talking about. So that means the sentence you believe about yourself, the limits you assume you are, and the reactions you justify instead of question. So let's say, for example, I see that I believe consistency is unnatural for people like me. It's a script. I notice that I think money creates pressure. It's a script. Everybody who is rich is definitely a scam. It's a script. Are you with me, guys? So the first stage is awareness. The first stage is awareness. I will give you many examples. Don't worry. We'll go into the examples. I want to run through the stages quickly. The second stage is disruption. 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 To disrupt something. Now, when to disrupt is not motivation. To disrupt is not inspiration. And to disrupt is not new ideas. Many people, they have become aware, but they refuse to disrupt. So they are wondering why they can't change. They have become aware, but they don't want to disrupt. Now, what is disruption? Disruption is intentionally, please watch this. It's very important you get all these definitions. Disruption is intentionally interrupting the automatic expression of the old identity. Disruption is intentionally interrupting the automatic. Let's take notes. Disruption is intentionally interrupting the automatic expression of the old identity. Intentionally. The key word there is intentionally. Disruption is intentionally interrupting the automatic expression of the old identity. Now, watch this, ladies and gentlemen. The first definition, I said awareness is becoming conscious of the identity script. Disruption here means intentionally interrupting the automatic expression. Where does the automatic expression happens? It happens in your subconscious mind. So what that simply means, what gets disrupted, I want you to write, there are 4 things I wrote down here that needs to be disrupted. Number 1 is your emotional reactions. So that means if you are somebody that every single time something happens, your first option is to be angry. What do you now need to do? Calm down. Intentionally. That doesn't mean that you have become emotionally intelligent, but it's just that you have become aware of the way you behave. I wanted to give an example today. What was I even talking about today? About a behavior that I realized. I wanted to give you guys a very clear example, but we'll come back today again. I was talking about something while I was meditating on this topic today, but it just skipped me. But the first one is emotional reactions. That is the first thing you need to disrupt. Number 2 is default responses. Number 3 is justifications. Number 4 is survival patterns. I'll give you an example. Growing up, I had many uncles, few uncles, but there were a lot in my eyes. So every single time I will meet them, there is a way they crack some certain jokes. They'll be like, oh, big head, stuff like that. And my automatic response to big head would have been, yeah, uncle. There is nothing funny about that. So now if you say big head, I'll be like, oh, why? Is my head actually really big? He'll be like, no. No, it's not big. I was just trying to crack a joke. Like, oh, okay. But I don't like that, because when you say, now I'm not saying that is how you should be, but I'm basically saying that you have intentionally, disrupted a way you will react back then intentionally. So let me bring it into trading. So let's say every single time that you hit a stop loss, 1, 2, then your next reaction will be, let me get the money back. Intentionally means that you need to put in effort to say no to that behavior. It is hard, but that's why it's called disruption. There is an intentionality involved. So examples will be pausing before reacting where you are normally going crazy, or where you're supposed to do certain things, and so on and so forth. There is a video we have coming up, very powerful video. I'll show you guys. But anyways, the second one is disruption. The third one is replacement. I want to hurry up and go into the examples. The third one is replacement. That means number 1, you become aware of how your identity script is structured. Number 2, you disrupt it. So every single time that it happens, you disrupt it. You disrupt it intentionally. Then while you are disrupting it, you need to replace something. Now, replacement, this is where many people get it wrong. And a lot of people don't understand the meaning of affirmations and declarations. But the replacement is not affirmations, it's not declarations, it's not imagination. Let me give you the example. Let me give you the definition. Replacement is installing new evidence that proves a different identity is possible. So just like the testimony I gave you guys, the gentleman said, no. I will not go to church late anymore. He could have sat down and say, I'm disciplined, and nothing will happen. That I'm disciplined is disruption. He's just basically making sure that he will contradict his mind from the negative he always is to a positive area. But he did something. There was an evidence. There was a new evidence that when he did that, his brain cannot go back again. So that means, and what do you replace? You replace beliefs, habits, and default actions. So example will be planning your day even when you don't feel like it. Planning your day even when you don't feel like it. Planning your day even when you don't feel like it. I know there are many people that will basically just say, but Cliff, what do you mean? How is that something that is? Listen to me. There are many people right now listening to me right now that you like spontaneous life. You want things to just happen to you. Things don't just happen to people. You need to be intentional about what you want to happen to you, while understanding it may not happen that way, but you still need to plan. Intentionally replacing something. So the third one is replacement. You will understand when I start giving the examples very well. The number 4 is integration. These are the stages. These are the stages, 4 stages. Number 1, awareness. Number 2, disruption. Number 3, replacement. Number 4, integration. Now, integration is not perfection. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to do it easily. Integration is when the new behavior no longer feels like effort, but like normal. That is integration. So you may have been listening to me right now, and now there are people who are not aware of the identity. There are people who are aware, but they are refusing to disrupt. There are people who are disrupting, they are refusing to replace. And there are people who have replaced and they are refusing to let it be integrated within them. Whichever stage you are in, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you reconstruct identity. But this is not enough. So I prepared 3 examples. I love this. I love this. I want to quickly go into the example because we have Q&A, so I have to finish fast. I'm going to give you 3 case studies. 3 case studies. Case study number 1, I titled it Money and Financial Capacity. Money and financial capacity. Put open brackets and put why people stay broke even when they know better. Why people stay broke even though they know better. The way my example is going to be, or my case study is structured, is that I will give you the case study and I will give you the old identity that hold the person back and the way the new identity is supposed to look like to make the person become free. That is how these case studies are going to be arranged. I'm going to repeat it again. So the way I'm going to I've arranged a case study, I will show you the kind of belief system the person have, the old identity sabotaging the person, and the new ones they need to get, and how they need to do it with the 4 stages I gave you: awareness, disruption, integration being the last one, and replacement being the 3rd one. Are you with me? Good. If you guys are learning, drop some number 1s in the chat for me. So case study number 1, money and financial capacity. If you are a trader, this is where you are here. Money and financial capacity. The skill set is not the problem. You don't have a skill set problem. The issue is that you can't keep money. There is a leakage in your identity towards money. Money and financial capacity. Why people stay broke even when they know better. Do you know why I didn't say why people stay poor? Because poverty is a mindset. Being broke is a lack of structure, systems, and proper aligned identity. Poverty is a mindset. If you can pass poverty and still remain broke, there are many people right now, they are not poor, they are just broke because their mindset and their identity is not aligned with the financial capacity they need. So they lack money. Sometimes they can get money, but they get it too late. They lack money. The issue is not poverty. They have left poverty zone. They are just in the broke stage, meaning that their money and financial capacity is low. So why people stay broke even when they know better? This is for the person that desires financial stability. What do I mean by this? I want to give you some context. The person that desires financial stability, the one that desires higher income, you are the one I'm talking to. The one that desires wealth. Is that you? If that sounds like you, drop some number 1s in the chat. The person that desires financial stability. The person that is desiring higher income. The person that desires wealth. If that is you, drop some number 1s in the charts. But your problem is impulsive spending. Your problem is inconsistency. Maybe your problem is avoidance of structure. Maybe your problem is you can't keep money. Even though you desire to have more, you can't keep it. You are the one I'm talking to. Sometimes some of the old identity, let's talk about the identity first. This individual will believe I am someone who must enjoy money. They may not say it is true, but at the back of their subconscious, this is true. I am someone who must enjoy money when it comes because it might not last. Or I'm somebody that's, even, for example, if you heard things like money is the root of all evil, you will repel money. I remember when I was talking to this, my mentee of mine, an amazing individual. I'm starting to really be a lot of fan of him. He's very serious. He was telling me some of the scripts he heard in his mind growing up or in his life he said that, it's funny. He said he heard things like, the rich man, it is difficult for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of. So it made him not desire being rich. Because if it is difficult for the rich man to enter into the kingdom of God, then what is the purpose of becoming rich? So he heard it, but he didn't understand it to the context that gave him clarity to make him make proper decisions. Are you guys with me? So your script can be anything, but I'm saying if you are somebody who is like, I am someone who must enjoy money when it becomes when it comes. If not, it will not last. Then I'm talking to you. But this is where I said we're going to be writing a lot. I want you to right now quickly write something. Thank you so much for bringing this. Ladies and gentlemen, please, we want these streams to reach a lot of people. So if you don't mind, can you just like this stream for me, please? Like it, share it when we are done, but like it while you are on. Please just click the like. Nothing will happen. Just click. Anyways, so I want you to pick up your book and your pen and write something you believe about yourself when it comes to money and financial capacity. Today, we're going to be pausing in between. I want us to be very interactive. Okay, so I want you to basically just write down what you believe about money and your financial capacity. What did you hear? What is your internal script? Maybe you think you are somebody who goes like, even money is nothing. Money is something that comes and goes. Write it down. I am someone who must enjoy money when it comes because it might not last. Write it down. Really write down what you believe. Write it. So that you because this is case study, so I'm creating yours with you. So write it down. What do you believe about money? So I want, Solomon, can you bring the structure again on the screen for me for a second? So the script now, what you believe you are, I am someone who must enjoy money when it comes because it might not last. If that is who you are, that is your identity is scarcity behavior or scarcity survival. Then your belief is that money is unstable or money disappears or money don't grow on trees. Money is not there. That is your belief system. Then your personality, anytime people see you, you are emotion led. You are reward seeking. Even when you are making a decision in the market, your emotions is sometimes you will buy, not because the structure is ready. It's just that you feel like clicking it. That is you. Money must go. Money must go. You just want money to leave you because you think it will come back. And there are people, they want money to also come to them so much because they are tired of not getting that, they end up sabotaging it. Whichever way, write down what you believe. So your identity is a scarcity survival. Your belief is that money is unstable. Money disappears. So when they are saying, okay, everybody, let's contribute to do something, like, no, I will not do it. Or I will do it more. Sometimes you go somewhere, nobody have sent you. People are eating. You went to somewhere with people, they have not asked you. They are not your family members. They have not asked you. They didn't tell you. They don't have money. You just want to give it and just pay for everybody. Well, it's not a bad idea if you are doing it from your heart and those people also honor you. That is different. But at the end of the day, you also have to keep it in mind. There are certain things that appear through your personality. Then your habits. Your habits can be impulsive spending or no tracking. There are people right now, I'm going to tell you one thing. I have one first book. It's called Financial. Thank you so much. I have one first book that I wrote. And I remember when we were writing that book, one of the things that was in my mind was about, man, I don't like budgeting. Those days I was like, I don't like budgeting. But budgeting truly for me in my own personal life is something that I didn't like. Like budgeting, planning, tracking. I can go to a restaurant and I don't care how much, it was like that. But it's an identity. That's why I told you identity is not bad or good, but it will reflect in your life. So no tracking and so on and so forth. Your behavior will be, this is how your behavior will look like. Spend first, plan later. Spend first, plan later. And your resource is simple. Financial stagnation. Financial stagnation. I told you guys, this series is for everyone. If yours is not here, it's coming. Remember, we're going to case study number 2. Now, if the person say, hey, I have financial instability and my income is not high and I don't know how to build wealth, I am impulsive in my spending and so on and so forth. Cliff, how do I reconstruct this? This is what I mean by the case study. So the person first will sit down and say, okay, I need to become aware of this. You'll be like, I see that I don't manage money. I escape with it. I don't manage money. You write it down. I don't manage money. And I notice that every single time I don't have money, I am anxious And when I'm also having money, I am anxious because if I don't have, I'm like, oh my God, I don't have. If I have, it's like, oh, what if it leaves? So you can see anxiety in towards you and money. There is discomfort with you and saving. This was one of the problem I had first. Saving. In the beginning, I'm the kind of person I was so discomforted about. I didn't know why I should save. I didn't know why. Why should I save? There was no conviction in my mind about why I should save. And you see, the time that the conviction will hit you, if you're not careful, you have so many responsibilities in your life that it is going to be very difficult for you to save. It doesn't mean that saving is bad. It's just that you have no conviction to save. And there are many people today, all their conviction is saving. So they also save. So they can't scale because they can't invest. But that is where balancing comes in. But what we are doing now is not who is bad or who is good. I'm showing you blueprints. So how do you reconstruct an identity of the one I showed you in the beginning? Number one, I see that I don't manage money. So write all these things down and you will start to notice anxiety, guilt around structure. Guilt around structure. You will start to feel those things. So that is the awareness. You sit down, you write down. Awareness is the way I told, I'm sure this individual probably may be following right now. I'm not going to tell you guys the depth of the testimony, but, she messaged me. An amazing individual. She messaged me, we spoke and every single thing, and she did a homework I gave her. And that homework gave her a huge clarity. I told her to write a letter to herself. And this is something I told people to do all the time. One of the ways to become aware of yourself very well is you try it. Pick up a pen and a paper and write a letter to your old you. Sit down and be like, hi, Cliffy, or hi, Junior, or hi, Cliff, this is me, your future you. To be honest, I'm doing very well. And, it's funny that, I thought I wouldn't be able to be here where I am today. Right now, we are impacting lives and raising kingdom-aligned leaders. During those days, I was very nervous. I couldn't even admit to myself that I loved adult content. I really did. And I don't know why I did. It's just that it was just one of the realities. So you are writing things you can. One of the ways to be aware of certain things is to be honest. Be honest. Be honest. I remember one guy came on a consultation with me, an individual, probably he's also following now, and he goes like he's addicted to certain content. So and then he does certain things, and I said, "Do you like it?" He was like, "No." I said, "If you don't like it, then why are you doing it?" In his mind, he thought saying he doesn't like it was a good news. I said, "No, Chief, do you like it?" He's like, "Yes." I said, "Good. What type do you like?" And he started laughing. But the purpose of why I was asking him those questions is that the more you are honest to yourself, the more aware you become. The more honest you are to yourself, the more aware you become. Are you with me? So awareness, the person I've understood everything. The second thing is disruption. So case study. How is this person going to disrupt? He has to pause before spending. That person can tell himself. One of the ways I started training myself financially was that I went into trading very early in my time that I became conscious about this life. So when things became clearer for me, I started doing something early in my life. I was like, any money I will spend, I will invest first. That is how I started. Investment here will be, I will multiply it in the financial market. So anything that I get, I will multiply, even if it's 5%, that I will make sure I put something on it, then I spend it. Put something on it, then I spend it. And so, of course, there were certain times that some different companies made sure this thing became crazy, but that was the idea first. So pausing before spending was a very good idea. Pause before you spend. Not like don't spend. Don't become stingy. Pause. If this is your problem, not buying immediately when money comes. It's also another, it's a way of disrupting. These things are difficult. For me, one of my therapy, I have two therapeutic behaviors. One is driving. Two, buying. One is driving. Two is buying. Not buying for myself, just buying. It doesn't matter whatever it is. Just buying. It can be buying something for somebody, buying food for somebody. It doesn't matter. So sometimes I'll be there now. Maybe sometimes I'll be there. I have no business going to Dubai Mall. I'll be like, I just want to go to Dubai Mall. Before I could realize, you are buying something. So I'm basically just trying to let you understand that what I'm telling you is not a way of telling you something about myself. I'm trying to show you how you should see yourself in a way. Are you with me? So that you be honest with yourself and then you disrupt it. But then this will feel, there will be some irritation and things and your inner resistance, but you have to focus on doing it. Then number 3, how would it look like? That means the person will now need to start replacing some certain behaviors and habits. That means the person will now start to track their income. There is something that I think it was Shell's that, she became fond of that a lot. She was like, man, ever since I started tracking my finances, and I think that was 2-3 years ago, she was like, it is really helping me a lot. And tracking is one of the most underrated way of restructuring your financial capacity. People don't understand. Track it. Where did what go where and where not? It's a very powerful thing, tracking. So now you start replacing you just being spontaneous to tracking what you are spending and whatnot. Very powerful. So that is for the replacement. So the integration will now be, I am a manager of money, not a consumer of it. So becoming a manager of money does not mean you don't spend it. It means it goes to where it's supposed to go. So let's say the individual comes and say, Cliff, I'm somebody that I don't know how to be able to sort of have a proper financial capacity. This is case study number 1. The individual is, okay, I need to become aware of why. Number 2, I need to disrupt it. Number 3, I need to replace it. And number 4, I need to integrate it. So this is how that person is. Does that make sense? Let's go to case study number 2. Let's talk about discipline and consistency. Why people can't stay consistent even when motivated. Why people, are you guys learning? Please, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys learning? I keep on asking if you are learning for a reason. I'm not trying to just get you to talk to me. I just want to know that you are still with me in alignment with the way I'm flowing with the message, because it is important you understand this. Are you here? Okay, thank you so much, guys. I hope you are learning. Perfect. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. Case study number 2, discipline and consistency. I posted a video on my Instagram a few days ago and I was talking about discipline. And I said that to me, and I've taught this already on the masterclass, discipline to me means conviction. If you are not convicted, you can't do what you said you would do. It's as simple as that. I remember before TP Masterclass, there were several things I did before as a content. I will start, I will stop. I will start, I will stop. I will start, I will stop. Okay? This one became clearer for me because I knew God wanted me to do this. And it has been clear when I started TP Masterclass that it was meant to exist in this world. And so the conviction makes me get up. I was telling somebody one time that the kind of how much it costs, to produce a TP Masterclass, people will not believe it, but it's a free content because there is a conviction to why we do it. And so discipline to me is conviction. And I shared this story about how I got a very bad pneumonia. Now that pneumonia, I'll never forget, I had it right after the time that we did a retreat. What was the title of that retreat? Infilling. Are you sure it was infilling? So it was a retreat called infilling. That time I was in Ukraine. And, Ukraine is very cold, but that was not why. So right after the infilling retreat that we did, and what happened was, the next day I was fine. All of a sudden I was not fine again. Ladies and gentlemen, I've never been sick like that before. Like when I was young, I was mostly not feeling well, but this one was bad. It was really bad. I knew something was wrong with me. To the point where I fainted. I woke up with people on me crying. They thought I was gone. I went to the hospital. So that time I lived in a city called Venezia. So Venezia was a very small town, a very beautiful, but very small town. But so I went, the reason why I left Venezia to another city for the hospital is because I think when we went, the nurse didn't do anything to me. She just raised up my leg in the air and hit my, and said, oh, the biggest problem, Budlaska, dive, I said, Davai, что давай, Budlaska, why should I go home? She said, Davai, biggest problem, Davai. I said, but I knew I wasn't fine. So I got into my car. I think that time it was not the Jaguar, I was using this 3 Series. But that 3 Series, I only drive it at that time when I want to really speed up. So here I am, not feeling well, and I want to drive 7 hours to another city because I knew I was not fine. Got to the hospital that day, and they said there is no doctor to take care of me because during that time it was COVID. The sickness was very bad that I lost like 15 kg. You know, there are some pictures. If I look now, you know, I was way during those time. I was anyway. Let's leave it. So fast forward, they said there is no doctor. I was afraid something will happen to me. Fast forward, we got a doctor. The doctor said they don't know what is wrong with me. The doctor now came. I was actually leaving the hospital, very sad because they can't tell what is wrong. I'm just sick. I can't eat. I can't do anything. Then she goes like, Clifford, can you come back? Because she spoke English. I came back. She said, sit down. She now placed something behind my back, started checking my back. And she said, breathe in. I breathe in and out. And he said, oh, the pneumonia, Clifford. And I said, okay. Now, the funny thing is that during that time, I knew that I was not exercising good behavior. I was not drinking enough water and so on and so forth. Now, long story short, I started drinking water, not because I have suddenly become disciplined, but because I have become convicted about why I should be disciplined about drinking water. So many times I tell people this, that to become disciplined, you should always know the why. Don't just say yes. There are many Christians, they don't know why they should pray. So they are not disciplined in prayer. So they go like, man, this prayer thing is difficult. It's because there is no fire on the mountain yet. Are you with me? What about consistency? Consistency to me is about not trying to be perfect. So this is the problem why a lot of people are struggling to be consistent, is because they have connected consistency to days. So as a trader, if let's say they said they will follow their rules, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they follow it on Monday, day one, and they don't follow it on Tuesday, forget about whether it costs them money or not. They just don't follow it on Tuesday. They said, I'm not consistent. No, chief, that is not what consistency is. Consistency is not about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Consistency is about what you can do repeatedly more than what you didn't do. So if you connect consistency to days, you will never be consistent, because there are Mondays that you will be very energetic. Some Tuesdays, not all Tuesdays, some Tuesdays, you will not be all the time energetic. So you may not do the things you said you would do. You may be a single mom or a dad or a family member, and you may not be able to be consistent with what you said you would do. Don't call that day a day. Just leave it. Then do it on the Wednesday and call it day 2. I'm going to repeat it again. If somebody gets what I'm explaining right now, you are delivered. You are delivered. You are delivered. Listen to me carefully now. Consistency. Solomon, can you remove the one to consult clip? What I'm about to say, please just don't forget. Let them cut this so that they can put this one on the social media for people to hear it. Consistency is not about connecting what you want to do to days or the calendar. Consistency is about understanding that you have to do something repeatedly over and over and over again for it to become automated. So therefore, you are a human being as well. Give yourself grace. There are days you don't feel like it. There are days that will be impromptu. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you said you will always declare you will follow your trading rules. No problem. Day 1, Monday, you did it. Tuesday, you couldn't do it. Don't call it a failing event. Do it on day 3, which is do it on Wednesday and call it day 2. Do it on Thursday and call it day 3. Do it on Friday and call it day 4. Don't connect the days to your brain and say, Tuesday I couldn't do it, so therefore I failed. Your brain doesn't know the days. Your brain only knows repetition. Are you with me? Your brain doesn't know the days. Your brain only knows repetition. So let's say, for example, 30 days is how many times you want to do something. You may start in January and end in February, but the 30 days combine these 2 months together to be more than what you said you won't do. If you try this, I can assure you consistency will become so easy. There are many people who started things and stopped because they thought they didn't do it in Wednesday, so therefore it has cancelled it. Your brain doesn't see things like that. Your brain doesn't connect consistency to calendar. It connects consistency to repetition. So day one, Monday, no problem. Tuesday, you didn't do it, or because you were busy. Do it on Wednesday and call it day 2. Do it on Wednesday and call it day 3. Something happened. You couldn't do it on Saturday and Sunday. Do it on the next Monday and call it day 7. By the end of the 30 days, you have done it more than the days you didn't do it. Your brain will record that. Eventually, that habit will be built if you take away calendar-based consistency. Calendar-based consistency will not transform you because you're a human being. There are days I will tell you, declare, I'm great, I'm great. And maybe when you started, God being so good, you have already taken your salary, so you are excited. You are eating jollof, you are eating fried rice. So I'm great, I'm great, I'm great. This year will become. Then a few weeks later, something happened, and then now you don't get to eat the food you're eating. So I'm saying, I'm great. I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. You don't feel like it. I get it. You're a human being. Don't worry. You have not failed. You have not failed. Just keep pushing it through. Push it. Push it. But when you are not able to do it at that day, give yourself grace. I'm not saying intentionally give it. There is a day somebody asked me something and he said he's struggling to read books consistently a lot, like I think 5 pages or so. I don't know who this person was. Was it John? I don't know, but he said something and I said, if you can't read 5 pages every day, read 2 pages, but read it consistently. So it is not about trying to be perfect. It's about trying to be consistent with what you can over and over again. Is this already delivering somebody right now on this call? If this information is good for somebody, drop some number 1 in the chat for me. Are you with me? But anyway, let's talk about consistency and discipline. Case study number 2. We are almost there. We are about to wrap up. So this person is struggling to be disciplined. They are always living in spontaneous behavior and so on and so forth. So that we can do this so on and so forth. Does that make sense? All right. Sorry, it's fine. I don't want to disappoint the media team. Anyways, so let me come back again. So number 1, so the person is like, hey, I don't know why I'm not disciplined and consistent. I'm like, no problem. Your old identity is saying that I am someone who functions best when I feel inspired, or I'm somebody who loves spontaneous. It's great, but spontaneous doesn't change life. All right. So this individual right now will need to understand that there is something he needs to become aware of. There is something he needs to disrupt, and there is something he needs to replace, and there is something he needs to integrate. So this person, I'm going to go straight to the disruption. Doing tasks without motivation is a disruption. So if you are somebody that all the time you want somebody to clap for you, start doing things and deny clap. I remember, people will say, Cliff, when we compliment you, receive it. Back then, I had to stop receiving compliment to do something because I knew whether compliment or no compliment, I would do the thing. So I disrupted it, removing emotional negotiation. Don't bargain with your destiny. Then replacement, concrete replacement, fixed wake up time. So you don't necessarily have to always say, oh, I don't know why I'm not disciplined, whatever. Just get a fixed time and then replace it with physical evidence. So the alarm goes off. It's difficult. Wake up day 1. Day 2, wake up. You are not able to do it. Don't worry. Move on to the next stage. Are you guys with me? So replacement. Then integration is you being consistent by structure. So integration does not happen by feelings. Integration happens by structure. You can't integrate something by thinking about it. You replace it by doing through a system. Let's go to case study number 3. Okay. Let me structure something here. I know today we have our Q&A session. If in case we finish and it is almost too late, we'll push it to next week. Don't worry. Let me finish this. Identity series. I want to bring it home. Stay with me. You are somebody here and you are wondering, Cliff, why is it that
I am struggling to be disciplined. Why is it that my financial thermostat and my blueprint is small? Why is it that I keep on sabotaging the good things I have? You are not bad. You are just wired, but you can rewire. Why can you rewire? You can rewire because of your brain ability to take a new form. It's called neuroplasticity. But at the end of the day, you have to take it through stages to get a new identity. Number one, awareness. Is that true? Number one, awareness. Get it for now? Yeah. Number one, awareness. Number two, disruption. Number three, replacement. Number four, integration. Now, one of the ways I'm going to help you guys this season is two things. Yes, we have created an accountability program that is going to be holding people accountable. But two things that is going to help you for this series to go beyond abstract concepts. Number one, we are going to take a test to make sure the knowledge is there. Number two, I'm going to give you guys a 21 days identity reconstruction or restructuring to make sure that things become clear within you. Are you guys with me? These are the two things that I'm going to contribute to you to help you. Number one, I'm going to make sure that you guys get to take the test to make sure the knowledge has entered. Number two, a 21-day identity reconstruction program that you guys can use to make sure that your identity is being reconstructed. So just like how we did the retreat, just like how some of you have been taking the test and so on and so forth, I've seen it all. Same thing. We have to go beyond abstract concepts. So this knowledge was to let you understand what you're about to do. So the way the program will be, it will be number one, awareness. You will first of all know your core identity. Number two, I will give you blueprint of how to disrupt it based on your identity you have realized. And number three, you will get to know a blueprint of how to replace that identity. The number four, the systems you need to build to integrate it. This is how the program will be in 21 days. If you're excited about that program, drop some number ones in the comment section. Because there is nothing I can say here today that will change everything if I don't give you guys the good blueprint. So this is the good news I have for you. Number one, we'll take a test first to make sure that your knowledge is there. Then number two, the 21 days program to reconstruct the identity. Now, not everybody will succeed that way. Some people will not do it because it's not going to be easy. It's going to be inconvenient. But I hope some people, most people will do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today they say we should do Q&A. Also, if you have not joined the WhatsApp channel yet, don't forget to join the WhatsApp channel for me, please, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not joined the WhatsApp channel yet, make sure you join our WhatsApp channel. And don't forget to like the stream. All right, Q&A. How are we doing this? Are they bringing the questions up on the screen? Yeah. All right, guys. So this is how we're going to do the Q&A. I don't know if I could answer every single question today, but I will do my best to answer your questions. Now, the way we wanted to do this Q&A initially by the team was to basically bring some of you guys into the room. But because of some few reasons, we will take your questions from the comment section. The team will bring it up on the screen and I will talk to you. Okay? All right. So talk to me. Ladies and gentlemen, how to maintain your new identity, please. You maintain new identity when you create systems to keep the identity. You create systems to keep the identity. So let's say, for example, now I am somebody, the way my life is structured, my 24 hours in a day is all connected to doing the things I'm doing with you guys. Monday, I'm learning, having consultations, learning, consultations. So every single thing I do in my life is always connected to who I am becoming and who I am as an individual.
I don't confuse my identities. My environment connects with who I am. Core values, non-negotiables. Are you guys with me? Very important. All right. That is how the simple question, simple answer. You keep your identity by the system you create to maintain it. That's it. And next question, please. How can I practically deal with shifting a mindset where I think to get anything better, I have to struggle for it? Very good question. Very good question. So first of all, we understand that this, can you keep the question on the screen, please? So finally, we understand by this series that a mindset like this came from the things you have heard and you have believed. So to get anything better, I have to struggle for it is the scripts that you believe about yourself. So the belief system is nothing is easy. Is that true? Is that what you believe? That nothing comes easy. Nothing is easy. So your behavior sometimes will reflect that belief system. So in order for you to change this script, you have to understand that I don't have to struggle to have. No. So now your belief system will be, I attract things I deserve easily. The reason why I said I attract things I deserve, this is not about talking to yourself. This is about changing narrative. Nobody can do this for you. You need to believe that the things you deserve, they can come to you easily. I'll give you an example. When you come onto this live stream right now, and if I am talking and you can't hear me, you know this is the problem of the internet. So what do? You start prompting in the comment, the internet is not working, blah, blah, blah. Because you know that from the normal standard of things, you need to hear me easily. So that means the person that you are and who you are, first in Christ, second as a human being, you are not meant to get things in a difficult way. It is not part of your blueprint. If I pick up this iPhone right now, there are certain things this iPhone shouldn't do, and there are certain things this iPhone should do. If it's not doing that, I know that there is a problem. So you thinking this is the problem, not the problem is solved within the way you are thinking. So you not getting things easy is the problem. Does that make sense? So how do I put this to make sure I reconstruct something in your mind? The fact that that means if things doesn't come to you easy, there is a problem. Why? Because I attract things easily. This is how I want you to see it. Right now, your brain sees it as if it comes to me easy, it's a problem. So it creates struggle. But you need to see it as if it doesn't come to me easy, then there is a problem because I attract things easily. But right now, your brain is looking like if it comes to me easy, it is impossible because I have to struggle to get it. So when the thing is even easy as a trader, what will happen is that when you are hitting stop, when you are hitting take profit, your brain will sabotage your results because according to your script, you are not supposed to hit TPs like that. So you will hit TP, and after you hit good trades, your fifth one will be losses, not because it was supposed to be, but you will even use bad loss sizes to sabotage your trades because it came, quote unquote, too easy. Next question. Just look into how to avoid disruption. You don't have to avoid disruption. You need to use disruption. So disruption is something you use, you don't avoid it. So let's say, for example, this individual is thinking. That is what I told you. Let me give you this example. So let's say, for example, the person who is struggling. So let's say at the end of the day, if you want to basically, if the person is struggling with discipline and consistency, you are going to disrupt the way you used to see things by making decisions without perfect certainty. So let's say if you are somebody that you are mostly struggling with analysis paralysis because you are always struggling to find the perfect setup or the perfect area, you need to disrupt that thought by understanding that making decisions can sometimes come without perfection. So that means you need to start making decision without finding all the perfect answers before you make a decision. That means you have disrupted the thinking pattern of I need to make it perfect. So now you would think, no, it doesn't have to be perfect. I just have to do it if my system is aligned. That's it. So you don't avoid disruption. You use disruption to disrupt the thought pattern that is not right for you. Are you with me? All right. Next question. I work at the mine. How can I structure my life to trade in Forex? Well, good question. I mean, if you work at the mine, you are supposed to be focusing on the mine. If you also want to be a trader, that is a whole entire different game altogether. Yes, some people will tell you structure this, structure that. I get all of that, but it depends on the intensity of your job, right? It depends on the intensity of your job. If your job is that intense, then you cannot just say, hey, I'm going to basically trade Forex and do mining at the same time. If you don't have the time, you don't have the time. Sometimes the reality is facing reality is another form of a reality. Facing reality is another form of an important reality. Meaning, if you don't have time, you don't have time. If right now mine is what is giving you money, learn the skill and pack the money so that one day you can multiply. That's it. You don't need to force yourself to basically just say, how do I become a trader and also mine? What if that day that you want to pick up the trade, they are calling you to go to the workshop or whatever it is, I don't know. It's going to be very difficult. So these are the realities I want people to face if they want to become traders. If you don't have time, you don't have time. If you have time, structure it. How do you structure it? People will say trade only during this session, do swing trading, blah, blah, blah. I get all of that, but it's not just about picking the trade. It's also about your mental clarity. So let's say you come from the work and you are tired. How do you expect to make decision with clarity? Does that make sense? Very important you understand that. All right. And next question. How do childhood survival patterns show up in trading behavior? Many ways. I'll give an example. So let's say you are somebody that you are always afraid of making a decision that your parents will be disappointed in you. You are somebody that you're going to struggle with decision making in trading. And in trading, you know that decision making is a very important part. So if you are somebody that you are afraid, if my parents say this, I will do this, I'll do that, you will become afraid of decision making as an individual. So what that will mean is that you are going to become a perfectionist in decision making. You will always want your decisions to be perfect. You will always want your decisions to end up in a way that something will be perfect. If you are somebody that all the time, you are looking for validation. You always want people to tell you congratulations, congratulations. When you are making money in the market and nobody is telling you congratulations, you become the person that become addicted. That is why all these people you see on the internet, the people you call the GOATs and your so-called big traders, the fact that they are making money, of course, we understand majority of them sometimes come from rebates. But the reason why sometimes you don't need to always think just because they are making, the fact that they cannot hold themselves and not prove a point, show you that they have a psychological tendency that they didn't grow up well with. There are people that people probably didn't believe in them. So they want to show people. So if you are somebody that you were always getting congratulations, when you make money in the market, you want to quickly show people, oh, I made the money, because you are looking for congratulations. You are somebody that you are afraid of decision making. It's going to reflect in your trading as analysis paralysis, because you want your decision making in the market to be so perfect that you end up making an imperfect decision. Are you with me? Next question. Bro, have you ever used a prop firm to make money in Forex? Yes, I have. I cannot be able to tell you one because of specific reasons, but I have. But I've also had experience with the maximum withdrawal that was made in the prop firm with me came from a prop firm that do not exist anymore, and that was about $30-something thousand. And that prop firm, they paid. They say when somebody do something, congratulations to them. They did pay it. They paid it. However, there are also experiences I've had in firms that was very bad. So at this stage, if you know me as Cliff, I don't recommend prop firms. I don't do it. Even if I do it, I will do it in private, not in public, for few reasons. Number one, for promotion purposes and so on and so forth. So of course, unfortunately, I cannot be able to give that. I cannot even be able to. And that is why it took us a while to be able to start our accountability program. because in order for us to start the accountability program, there was supposed to be brokerages that we can speak to, and then they can tell us certain things. And so there are several reasons why, I can't basically say these things. I don't owe any prop firm anything. I don't promote anything. So unfortunately, I can't mention any prop firm. But you can, there are a few ones. I'm sure if you go to prop firm websites where they have good, reviews, some of them can tell you the ones that are good or not. But for me personally, unfortunately, I cannot be able to mention any prop firm name because I don't have any affiliation with any of them. Any next question, please? Just scroll through it. If it's a question that is very necessary, you bring it up, then we just take it up from there. Do you see trading as a business or means of survival? It can be both. It can be both. To me, trading is a business. It's meant to be a business. But unfortunately, trading has become a means of survival. I like this question a lot. It's a very simple but very intelligent question that bring two eras together. So do you see trading as a business or means of survival? Perfect. Watch this. One of the things that you need to be able to understand is this. Trading is structured in a way that you need to understand that you can treat it as a business or you can treat it as a means of survival. Meaning that if you jumped into this industry because you need money now, you would trade as a survivor. If you start a career mindset in this space, you will chase this industry as a business. And that is the only way you can survive. So, but then the 90% of the people I've met in my consultations, majority are trying to survive. They need the money now. And unfortunately, they end up losing almost all their money. Some people will tell you they don't need the money now. And I wonder why then are you stressed learning how to trade? So then you shouldn't even go live now. If you don't need the money now, don't go live now. Just wait until you know that financially you are capable of even risking money. Are you guys with me? Okay, next question, please. Media, how many minutes do I have for this Q&A? Okay, so it's focused on making money in the market, a misplacement of value? No, you need to want to make money in the market, but you need to understand the balance, because the financial market does only one thing and one thing only: to make you money or you lose money. So money is the center of the conversation. But the reality of the situation is when your mindset, your narrative shifts from what the money is supposed to mean in the market, it changes the way you behave in the market. So money in the market, misplacement of value here is not from the context. If I understand perfectly what you're saying, you need to focus on wanting to make money, but you also need to understand what it means. Are you guys with me? You need to understand. You need to focus on wanting to make money, but don't change the concept of what I want to make money means in the market, because first, it's a business first, and the structure first, and understanding how it works before the money comes. So make the money a byproduct, but don't throw away that desire. No, I've never preached that, and I will never preach that. Don't throw away the desire to make money, but you need to understand money comes later. It's like a doctor. Even though you want to save lives and you want to make money, but you want to save lives. So if a doctor wants to make money, it doesn't mean, the doctor doesn't care about people. He does, but he also wants to make money. Are you guys with me? So you don't need to throw away the concept and the idea and the desire of I want to make money, but don't confuse both of what they do in the context of trying to basically survive in this industry. Next question, please. Okay, so we have 30 minutes. Let's see how many of them that we can take. Sir, please, do you think not having funds to trade the market is an excuse? No, I don't think, sorry, I got confused a little bit. So you don't, I saw another comment. So, okay, let's come back to that. Funds to trade the market as an excuse. If I should get your question right, are you basically telling me that if you are making mistakes because you don't have funds, is it a good excuse? First of all, there shouldn't be any excuse in this financial market when it comes to you. You should always take accountability. But you may have heard me say this before. The financial market is not a place where we go to make money. It's a place where we go to multiply money. So you cannot multiply what you don't have. I'm going to say it again. The financial market is not a place where we go to make money. It's a place where we go to multiply. So you cannot multiply what you don't have. So if you don't have funds, it will affect you. But under no circumstances should you be an excuse for making bad decisions in the market. No. But if you don't have, you have to be honest with yourself. I would rather prefer you keep the $100, the only $100 you have, keep it, than for you to put it and hope it will flip into something. That is the beginning of many downfall of many accounts. Or trying to use your last $50 to buy a platform, hoping it will change your life. It may change your life, but I can't preach that because that is not a doctrine message in the market. It's a personalized dealing. I have seen with my eyes, many people around my circle, they can sometimes play with £100. Some of them are in the backstage with me right now. They can flip. He flipped £100 to £1,200 2 days ago. But it's not something we can preach because it's a personalized dealing. You can't preach that. If you preach that, you have distorted a generational trader's mindset because they will think all I have to do is to carry the £100, all I have with my family, and hope it will go into 1,002 because Cliff Cheqona said it. It's not true. It's very dangerous. And whoever does that and preaches that is a very wicked mentor. If you allow somebody to use their last $100 to risk in the market, if that is all they have, that mentor, I say this here, is that mentor, you are a very wicked mentor. Tell the people the truth, that if you don't have money, you cannot multiply. In other words, if you cannot risk it, you cannot trade it. Quote me. If you cannot risk it, you cannot trade it. Very important. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so they are saying there is a question coming from Instagram saying that, is it okay to trade only one session? When it comes to trading, you may have heard me say this before, that you are a performer. So as a performer, the things you will do to perform is what matters. It's like basically saying, hey, I'm a good footballer with a good stamina. So I want to play for two teams at the same time. Imagine if both teams are playing 2 hours after the other. Because you are good does not mean you can perform at both sessions. Are you guys with me? So you are a performer. If 2 sessions you can still perform well, that is up to you. But to me, I feel like many people become mentally fatigued after 1 session. After you make 1, 2, 3 decisions and the market pull you in and out, and you're like, man. So if you go into that session, make sure maybe you will sleep 1 hour before the next session, or drink more water, do certain things to make sure your brain is ready for the next session. You are a performer. So it is not an advice of focus on one. It's an advice of, can you handle both sessions mentally, emotionally? That is the question you got to ask yourself, because you are a performer. So maybe drink more water before you go to New York session, after London session. Sleep 2, 3, 4, 5 hours before if you are a full-time trader. Relax yourself. If you are somebody that you have maybe some massaging chair, go and lie on it and massage your back before. Does that make sense? Next question, please. Beat for Jesus says, what skill out of all can help a trader not to blow an account? To blow an account is a risk management problem, but it can be affected and hijacked by, I always say this, that fear will always, please write this down. Fear will always hijack your entire journey. Experience. Fear will always hijack your entire journey as a trader. Greed will hijack your risk management plan. And then hope will hijack your decisions. So blowing an account is a risk management problem. It can be affected by psychological reasons, by purely risk management, purely lot size problem. So the skill sets to not blow an account is a risk management problem, but it can be affected by the way you control your emotions. But to me, it's understanding risk and respecting your risk. It is not necessarily a skill problem, it's a decision problem. You can have somebody who is a good driver, but if you go speed in an area you're not supposed to go that speed, you can have an accident. It doesn't mean the person doesn't know how to drive. So you can be a very good trader and still blow an account. I'll give you an example. Imagine right now, I know the account is $1,000 and I put 1.00 in gold. and it blows, it got nothing to do with my skill sets. It was a risk, it was a numbers problem. I put 1.00 in a $1,000 account in this season of gold that we are in. It will blow easily. Even right now, 0.10 can blow a $1,000 account with gold. So if I know this and I don't structure it well and it blows, it doesn't mean I don't have a skill. It means I made a wrong decision as far as risk management is concerned. I'm going to take 2 more. Guys, every single first Saturday of every month, we are going to be doing this, so don't forget. Why is it that when I analyze the markets and trade with demo, I make profit, but if I trade with real accounts, I make losses? Well, you also make losses also in a demo account, right? You do. I don't think your demo account is a perfect winning ratio. It's just that you don't, it's just that you are, it's just that when people are back testing, they only back test their strategy technically. They don't back test their emotions. So in my program, in the accountability program, and I was talking to one of my clients, they live somewhere, I don't want to mention where they live, but I was talking to them and I said that part of the training when it comes to me, I call something trade fast. So trade fast is when you analyze the markets and you see the move and you stay away. You analyze the markets, you see the move and you stay away. You do that for at least 21 trading days. Analyze the markets, see the move, stay away. You are not trying to waste money. You are training yourself to say no to certain days of trading, even when the move is right. It's like fasting as a food. You don't fast because you don't have food. If you don't have food and you fast, that is not fasting. That is you not just trying to waste your hunger. Are you with me? So fasting means you know the fried rice is there and you are saying no to the fried rice. So these are training. So when I say you are not a trader yet, many people don't understand me. There are certain training you need to go through to become a trader, guys. So the question about your life account, you are still going to be losing money regardless whether even if your strategy is your strategy is good and you are on life account or demo. That is not the issue. The issue is that you have not been trained to accept losses. So you think losses is bad in the life account. And mostly it is not about the loss, it's about the size of the loss. So if we can control your size of the losses, eventually we can put you in profit. We can put you in profit. And the most important thing is to end up in profit, not to look at the current losses you are having. So there are several things that you need to do to be ready. One of them is what I told you, denying good trades, even though it is ready and it is good. Sometimes it's about saying no to the day to trade because you want to also rest as a person. Sometimes it's about, stop losses like this. One of the things that I did with somebody, I told the person there is a season when you enter the market. It's called the stop loss season. You are only going to go into the market to chase losses and stop it. That means when the losses come, you stop it. That means you are training yourself to love stopping losses. Love stopping losses. It's like driving. The whole entire movement when you are driving is you learning how to manage your movement from point A to point B. If you are able to learn how to manage your movement from point A to point B, you will get to your destination. So driving is not about how to accelerate. Driving is about how to manage the acceleration. I think sometimes I have bus. Yes. So they are saying there are 3 most important questions right now. We'll take it and we'll take it up from there. Give me. Where is it? Where is it? From what platform? Let Solomon bring it. From who? So from Majesty. Solomon, they are saying there is an important question from Majesty. Can you bring it up for me, please? They know Obrimpon is that's a Ghanaian name. So can you bring the Majesty up for me, please? 3 questions, they're all similar. Okay, bring that up for me, please. So Majesty is saying that, please, good evening, sir. Please, I don't want to go to university, but to go into full-time trading. First of all, in the name of Jesus, that will not be your testimony. I've already taken it very serious, but how do I convince my parents that I don't want to go to university? First of all, you need to have a consultation with me. I need to pray for you. You don't need to do that. So you don't need to quit the university and focus on full-time trading. You don't want to become an ignorant illiterate trader. It doesn't work like that. Every single trader I know, even if they somehow found themselves, they are very good businessmen, very good learned individuals. If you look at the life of James Simmons, he was not somebody who lacked something. I'm saying this to let you understand that I hate school, the school system. Believe me, I do. Take it from somebody who have dropped out of school before, but I will not stand here and tell you this trade. In fact, this is the first stop loss you're already hitting already before you get into the market. First of all, don't quit your job to focus on trading unless you have become financially free. Don't quit school to focus on trading unless you have been able, because you know the irony of what you are saying is that if you can't go to school, you can't learn trading, because trading is much more annoying than school. I'm going to be very honest with you. If you can't even focus on school, then you can't learn trading. So please, please, please don't take this heart attack to your parents. Just let them be. If God blesses you and during the time that you are doing this, money comes out for you quickly, you can now start preparing yourself to retire yourself right after you are done with the university. Unless there is no money, and even if there is no money, the solution is not focusing on trading, because forever you will wish you would have actually pursued. Because it's possible that the person who will even give you the money to fund your trading account is in the university. Now, are you with me? So please, Majesty, this is an important question, and I don't want you to just hear me and be like, please, hello, team, screenshot his name. Majesty, wherever you are, I want to have a meeting with you. I cannot answer this question here. I want to have a meeting with you. I understand where you are coming from. How do I know? I dropped out of school for 5 years. 5 good years. I did. So I know how to drop out. I have experience in dropping out. But I want to tell you something, that this is not how to go about it. So please quickly find a way. Can you guys do something about it? Find a way to make sure you guys can get me on a call with me for me on my consultations. Thank you. All right, next question. One more question, then we are done. It's here. What are the factors to consider when building structure as a student in order to disrupt my academics and my trading career? There is a difference between purpose and mandates. Guys, listen. There is a difference between purpose and mandates. Purpose is not about everything about your life. Purpose is seasonal. So if at the moment your purpose is to be in school, your purpose is to be in school. If you have other areas left in the time structure you have that will not disrupt your school academic structures. Look, what I am saying, I am not saying that school is the best systems. I am only saying that you guys need to understand the difference between a trading career and your purpose and your responsibility at this moment. Trading is not going anywhere. That's why I started by saying that there are some of you who met trading in this season. You were not supposed to see it. The only reason why you found trading is because of an ad. So you see, this whole thing that we hold is a blessing and a curse at the same time. There are many of you who were supposed to see trading after your university days, but you saw it now. So your brain is making you think you have to get and do the results and get the results now. It is not true. So don't throw away the school structure. Building a structure is very simple in reality. Do you have the time? If the answer is no, the answer is no. Can you handle the stress it comes with the school and trading? If the answer is no, the answer is no. So you have to treat trading as a second priority. That means when you have space in your schedule, you pick a book and you learn. Just like how you are in this masterclass, you can tell yourself, from the time I'm going to basically trade, I'm going to give only 1 hour to my trading career through TP Masterclass. Every Saturday, I will come to TP Masterclass and learn and prepare my mind for my trading career while I am done. Haven't you seen people who went to school for business and after the business, they started learning law? They couldn't do both of them together. So you can give 1 hour to your trading career to TP Masterclass and you are learning. So by the time you will finish the school, before you could realize, you now have, understanding about the mindset. Everything else is just technical. It will take you 3, 4, 6 months, and there you go. Are you with me? So I hope this thing is making sense. Every single person who have other deep question, please don't make sure to book a session. If this Q&A helped somebody a little, we'll be doing more of this. If you guys want us to keep on doing more of this, Please, everyone on this stream, like the stream. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If you have Facebook, please come to YouTube, come and like it. Instagram, when we finish, come and like it. It helps as well for us to reach people. But with that all being said, what else? My producer said we are done. Yes, I know. If you are having trouble booking me last week, there was a reason. We are reconstructing things right now. So give us some few days. When it is done, we will announce it on the social media, right? And then we'll put it on the WhatsApp channel as well. So make sure you're on the WhatsApp channel. As soon as it is ready, we'll put it in there and tell you guys that we are live again. Solomon, can you bring the WhatsApp channel back again? And then we'll take it out from there for me to know. Also, Nigeria, God willing, this year we are coming to Nigeria for TP Masterclass offline. I hope you guys are ready. I'm ready. I hope you are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on to today's masterclass. I hope this masterclass helped you. Remember, the identity series may be done, but the process is not done yet. What did I say? We are going to be taking a test. We'll announce it in the WhatsApp channel as well, and then all our socials. Our first official TP family test. Those who performs well, you have a gift from me. You have a gift from me. If you perform well, we'll celebrate you here. And then after the test, we'll be doing our 21 days identity restructuring program. With that all being said, thank you so much for coming on to this masterclass. I genuinely really appreciate you all and I love you all. God bless you all. Thank you for joining this stream, and thank you, and see you next week. So next week, before we go, we are starting. It's not a series, but we are going to be doing another series. So this year we are doing more series, but next week I want to teach something. I want to teach a topic called cognitive dissonance. It is when you know what you should do, but you don't do it. It is a form of a cognitive bias. I will teach that. See you guys next week. Bye-bye.